Welcome. Hi, everyone. Earth Angel Aura here, 11 of 11 Oracle. Thanks so much for tuning in. And this is a general reading for the collective, Divine Feminines and Divine Masculines. This can resonate for all zodiac signs. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and get into a prayer to bless this reading. Dear Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, thank you for intuitive wisdom, spiritual discernment, and also spiritual protection and provisions each and every day. Thank you for allowing the angels and ancestors to assist us in this reading for the collective. Amen. Ashe. Yo. Okay, so we're starting out. We have the detachment card, Pluto transformation, as well as the karmic cycles have completed. This is definitely a lot of heavy accountability is happening right now, especially with the Pluto transformation. Keeping in mind that during this time we are experiencing four retrogrades. We have Mercury, Pluto retrograde, Neptune, as well as it's another retrograde. Mercury, Pluto, Neptune, and I can't think of the other one, but we're in the midst of four retrogrades coming up what happening right now. Y'all, why does it escape me? Pluto, duh, is right here on one of the cards. Pluto, Mercury, Neptune, and Saturn. That's what I was mentioning, missing. Saturn. Okay, so even as I begin to say these words, it's such a rush of energy coming out at me right now, but another aspect of this rush of energy is that I'm picking up that many of the divine feminines and the masculines, both of you are wanting, it's like you're wanting to speak to each other, you're wanting to reach out, but at the same time, you're realizing that boundaries need to be set into place. These boundaries are fostering and healing when it comes to both the masculine and the feminine. But with these cards coming out right now, so far, the detachment, like that has been something that they're not comfortable with because you may not have been detached from the masculine in this way ever before. So this is all new. There may have been a runner chaser dynamic that has been going on for quite a while. But the mere fact that you were able to pull yourself outside of the energy and assert your boundaries, that interrupted another round of karmic cycles of the runner chaser dynamic. And so as they're watching you from afar, they're seeing that there's something shifted within you. You could be showing up to them more so like someone as a spiritual powerhouse of some sort. They definitely see you more so as like an alchemist, like you were able to turn situations that were unfavorable into something beautiful, into something magical, and they're really impressed by this. Wow. Even though I got this triangle going right now, Spirit is telling me to keep it going because this is also representing that there is a lot that's happening outside of the connection, a lot of changes that are happening. Also, keep in mind we're in the midst of this Lionsgate portal. So, hold on, let me make sure my volume is good. Yep, volume is on the max. So, I know y'all hear me very well. So, there's no coincidence. Everything is literally a part of divine alignment. So there's a lot of interference that was swarming around the collective. I'm definitely picking up there's a lot of gossipy energy around the masculine and the feminine, but both of you have tuned out of that energy. You're not feeding it. So a lot of it too is because people are picking up on, there could have been karmics that were, there were karmics that were both around the masculine and the feminine. Let me adjust this just a little bit more. Okay, that's much better. There were karmics in the past that may have interfered with the connection from both the masculine and the feminine. And now with the avoidance and the stalemate card coming out here in the reverse, you did it. You're no longer avoiding stepping into this new space of really existing on your own terms. It took a lot, but you had to realize that this twin souls journey, although it is about love, it is about harmony in a greater sense of what it really means to ascend in this twin souls journey is to arrive to a place where you really merge with who you truly were destined to be. And the masculine and the feminine both mirror unhealed aspects of each other in order to bring about that healing. And so now you're in this space where you have actually up leveled energetically. You have had to separate yourself from past karmics, even in the form of the masculine. And although there is a detachment per se in regard to the connection, if you're in some type of separation phase right now, this is working out for the greater good, right? Yeah. I'm definitely picking up that there is a strong sense of like wanting to come towards you. They see you as someone very nurturing, very compassionate. Another aspect of this is what I'm picking up is this is what has really brought a lot of healing towards the masculine. Many of them really have fallen deeper into love, confirmation. They falling literally deeper into love based on how you were able to assert your boundaries. Wow. Even as I look at this card with the alchemy, she has like a wound on her back, or it could be a tattoo, but you've taken many blows. You've taken a lot of pain in regard to the connections outside of yourself, even the connection with your masculine. And it's literally has hurt them that they brought a lot of pain towards you. This has provided them with an opportunity to really go within and heal, because many of them feel like they may have been bound by contracts outside of the connection. It could have been like feeling like they had some type of contractual obligations to their family of origin. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this dryer off. Okay, that was definitely meant to be. Wow. Okay, so clarity is here. All right. The reason why I guess Spirit wanted me to have the dryer on initially and then to turn it off at that time, because that was to symbolize the level of interference that was outside of the connection of masculine and feminine. And now there's a level of radio silence. Like you're not hearing anything. In the past, you may have picked up on there were people in the form of people connected with the masculine and the feminine, or both of you, that were trying to cause chaos, that were trying to do things that were bringing disharmony towards the connection. But the fact that you were able to ascend, the fact that you were able to realize that there was nothing you could have ever done that were going to appease those people, that was actually healing aspects of your codependency. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing because look, if you look closely at this card, it has Saturn down here. We're in the midst of Saturn retrograde. I spoke about this a few minutes ago. And then we also have the Pluto retrograde card coming out. So, wow, major shifts are happening right now. Whereas in the past, there may have been people that wanted you to be stuck in these karmic cycles. Many people that were deeply wounded. They wanted you to stay in that wounded position, divine feminine and also divine masculine is one I'm picking up too. Because this type of energy was mirrored with both the masculine and the feminine. They wanted you to be in that type of codependent dynamic where you tolerated their abuses, you tolerated their disrespect, and it was like a pastime for them. But when you pulled yourself away from the connection with the masculine, away from those karmic individuals, that has caused a domino effect, and now they're pulling away from those karmic individuals as well, because many of them have fallen so much deeper. Like they may have even denied their level of love for you, but now they're in this energy where they've fallen deeply in love with you because they realize that, wow, this is love. Right. Like you're picking up on this. Many of them weren't really sure of what it meant to actually be love or to feel love. And love is accountability. There were people that assumed that they could literally take advantage of this masculine energy here. Many of them were taken advantage of a lot. Wow. For some of you, it could have represented too. Like for some of the divine feminines, you may not have been very divine. You may have been in a space where you may have presented some type of disrespect towards the masculine as well. And so many of them may have been triggered by disrespect that may have been presented within your unhealed aspects of yourself. And they may have assumed that, okay, this is familiar. They may have grown up around women that may have disrespected them. So it's like this type of triggering that happened with both of you, with the disrespect that may have happened with both the masculine and the feminine, as unfortunate and messed up as it was necessary for both of you to get to this point. You transcended beyond this connection when you pulled yourself away. You began to merge more so with your divine feminine energy as well as your dark femininity as well as masculine energy, okay? Like to become balanced. Many of you may have tolerated aspects of the connection that may have been straight up toxic out of a fear of not being with the masculine. Wow. But look, spirit is reminding you to trust divine timing. It's happening. Eh, Oh my freaking goodness. And we have the divine masculine card coming out here, another divine masculine. Okay, so for some of you, this could resonate as the divine masculine is embracing his shadow aspect of himself, integrating his shadow self, because many of them may not have been in a space of asserting their boundaries. Um, Another aspect of this is many of the masculines are realizing that as you're ascending or you're evolving, there are people that are wanting to come towards you with a love offer. Hmm. For others of you, this could resonate that they are wanting to extend a love towards you, divine feminine, based on the fact that you were able to teach a lot to the masculine by not teaching them anything. If that makes any sense. Like you may have in some aspects thought that if I can just get them to see how much I love, how much, like that was feeding into that people pleasing wound that you may have had. But once you realize that that was not going to be beneficial, once you realize that in some aspects you were being toxic of thinking that you could change the masculine, you could control the masculine. So it's like both of you were going back and forth with triggering each other. And you had to realize that in order for the masculine to ascend to true masculinity, it required them to learn on their own. Once you separate yourself energetically from them, spiritually from them, for some of you, it naturally pushed them into the mode of wanting to get back in your good graces because they know that this compassion, this nurturing that you've offered them is something that is rare, right? Yeah, it's something rare, irreplaceable, it's something they are not able to receive anywhere else. And so, even if there may have been third parties involved, nothing compares to the masculine and the feminine's connection. They see this connection as a wish fulfillment as well as you do, divine feminine. But you had to get to a place of checking unhealed aspects of yourself as well as them. Wow. Yeah, both of you were exhibiting major control issues. This could have been in the form of childhood wounds. Yeah, I'm definitely heavily picking up on that. It's almost as if both of you are aware that there's love there, but the unhealed aspects came to the surface. Again, this could have been disrespect. This could have been jeopardizing a connection with third parties. For others of you, this could have been just them not feeling worthy of the connection. You could have not felt worthy of the connection either. So there was a lot of self sabotage for both the masculine and the feminine. But one of you decided to pull away and actually lead. Is in the sense of when it comes to the runner chaser dynamic. If things did not feel like there was harmony between the masculine and the feminine, okay? If things did not feel like it was working out, because some of them may have shown up in the connection very detached, very cold, and that was like their safe space. Although they have love for you, it was a way for them to control the dynamic. And many of them too may have felt like you were trying to control them. So it's like both of these, like this head butting type energy between the masculine and the feminine, it needed to literally be leveled out. It needed to come to a place where one of you decided to choose yourself. um, Many of the divine feminines, you had to choose yourself in this connection. Wow, we have separation longing. So, regardless of if you're not in communication at all, the love is there. They're actually looking at you from afar and are very proud of the moves that you made in regard to this connection. This could be relevant for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But along with the air signs, this is showing that there's balance that's happening. Things are being balanced out. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me get these cards back again. So we have rejection, we have fragmented, loss. Wow. You could literally be feeling like exhausted from a lot of the things that you've had to heal from the connection, because many of you, you may have gone through so many cycles of having to heal, having to detach, having to let go. um you know, you were doing everything but letting go. You had to surrender to this process. So even right now, if you're feeling a sense of loss because you feel as if the masculine may have rejected a connection, understand that they're really in love with you, even more so now that you're able to choose yourself. And the mere fact that they know that there's things they may have done towards you, and then their unhealed aspect of themselves, they're wanting to come forth. Prepare for a major harvest this autumn, is what I'm seeing here. Wow. They're working on themselves. You're not hearing anything from them, but they're planning. They're planning a way to come back towards you. Wow. And this is a rush of information I'm picking up. Like they really want to speak to you. They want to, oh my freaking goodness. They want to somehow come to a place where they're able to really truly express how much they value you. And this is because you have helped them align and activate to their higher self as you have activated your higher self, divine feminine. And they're wanting to express this to you. This is like the rush of information I'm getting right now. I'm getting so much information coming at me. Even as I say that, we have the unexpected storm. So many of them may have faced a tower moment in the form of you separating yourself energetically, um, walking away when things did not feel right, when things did not feel like they were being oh, reciprocated. That's the term. Even as I struggle to say that word, like that was something they did not want to literally give into, because it like felt as if they were putting themselves at risk of being hurt. Holy Spirit, give us more insight in regard to this. Both of you has some level of fear. They also have a sense of fear in regard to you accepting a love offer from someone else. But again, this is like in a way good energy that needs to happen, because it's showing that you are really a beautiful being. You're a beautiful soul. You've done a lot of healing, and they realize that others are noticing that about you as well. It is giving them momentum to do the work. They're wanting to come forward. There's a lot of growth that's happening. Many of you could be experiencing a lot of growth that you may have literally gone through a major glow up during this summer, and it's very noticeable. If you're not aware, oh my gosh, water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, this is definitely resonating for the water signs, but also you allow yourself to, wow, even as I look at the water sign card, like there shows like a lot of healing that's happened. You may have had to go through a purging of your emotions. You could be someone where you decide to, okay, it's a form of self-care, you're going to take a nice bath. You really nurtured yourself, and that's very inspiring. Holy Spirit, give us a few more cards from this deck before we move on. Mm-mm-mm. Jesus, give us a few more from this deck. Holy Spirit. Facade, false beliefs. Wow, so it's like right now they're having to go through introspection. They're having to look at themselves, like aspects of themselves that they were running from. And all this while they were running from the connection, running from this love, and now they have run literally into sitting with themselves. Like they have no choice but to sit with themselves, face the pain that they may have projected. Aspects of this facade and false beliefs is you too, divine feminine. You may have had to face some parts of yourself that you did not want to really face. Like what is it that you may have tolerated? Aspects of yourself that may have presented as hurtful. Some of you may have said some really, really horrible things towards the masculine as a way to kind of be jarring, to kind of awaken them. And that's something you may not necessarily feel good about. But the root of that is, and more than likely, it could have been like the dynamics that you grew up seeing. And although it may have been hurtful, some of those things were really necessary. Like, literally, both of you got on a similar wavelength in order to really resonate with each other. And we also have guarded and vulnerability card coming out here. So you're nurturing yourself. You are protecting yourself at this time. And that's something that they realize that many of them have contributed to. There's other people outside this connection that feel as if you're very guarded now. Many of them are not even, they're not sure how to come towards you, is what I'm picking up. But they see that you're really blooming from afar. Wow. You should be proud of yourself, because for you to get in this space where you're protecting yourself with this guarded energy, that is actually a good thing, because you actually change so much. You had the courage to change. You had the courage to walk away. Not everybody has the cojones to do that. Like, you did it. It takes a lot of guts to separate from things, from people, you know, constantly being put in a position where people were literally just taking everything that they can get from you, but you never were in a position where you could go to these people. So it's like, what's the purpose? And this pain that happened even in relation to your divine masculine, and again, this could be the opposite, so again, take it as it resonates. You can reverse it, but I'll be speaking from the divine feminine perspective, is that even the pain that happened between you and the masculine was a major catalyst for you to rise, for you to see that, wow, I don't deserve this mistreatment. If it was not for these situations happening with the masculine, which has may have been the closest person to you, you may not have gotten to a place to realize that, wait a minute, there's so many other people outside of this masculine that has been disrespectful towards me. You may have not seen it. It could have been sisters, it could have been parents, brothers, aunts, so-called friends. I'm definitely picking up. This is why a lot of you, with this change in courage card, you had to separate from a lot of people. But it was necessary, because with a like and doubts card coming out here, they wanted you to be stuck in that type of energy because that was beneficial to them. there's a lot of great things that you are coming into alignment with right now. You're beginning to tap into your powers and your strengths, and these people were thriving off you not knowing your worth and your value. Also, I'm picking up that this is a similar type of energy that the masculine was suffering with as well. For people that were, were in his orbit, people like literally were disrespectful towards him, and instead of him separating from that energetically, many of them tolerated it, but now they're separating from those people. It's like they're looking to you, divine feminine, as you're making moves, as you're able to separate from certain people, is teaching them to do so as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Vanity and pride. What I'm picking up with this, with the ego card, like this is showing too, like when I see this, I'm picking up that this is now you're actually gaining your confidence. I'm not picking up on vanity and pride in a negative sense, because this came out after the like and doubts. They want you to be in a place where you doubted yourself. This is why they may have invalidated you. This is why these people may have smeared your name, because they wanted you to feel that you were inadequate, that you were not able to make moves without them. Some of you were very codependent on your energy, and we also have the spy watching, inspecting. So if you're picking up on that these people are literally have you under surveillance, they do, because many of them many of them like join forces to come against you, divine feminine, or against the masculine, like both of you. They cause a lot of chaos, they cause a lot of triangulation is what I'm picking up, a lot of gossip, like group texts, group chats. And now that both the masculine and the feminine have pulled away from those people, those karmics, they don't know what to do. These people were hell bent on creating strife and keeping it up between the masculine and the feminine. And what I'm picking up is that they see, yeah, we got the deception card coming out in the reverse. So they're no longer able to deceive the masculine and the feminine. You picked up on it finally. It only took one of you to really realize what was going on. And even though there's separation between the masculine and the feminine, this masculine is not letting you go. Balance is coming into play. Many of them are in this space in their life where they're experiencing karma, as well as these people outside of the connection, because they know that a lot of negative energy they put out trying to cause chaos. They put out a lot of negative energy. Wow, interrupting a divine union, a twin souls union. And many of them were egoic. Many of them thought that they could fly under the radar. Um, these people don't fully understand why they were coming against the masculine and feminine so much, but it's like when the twin souls, the twin flames are in unison, they're both a powerhouse individually if they're healed, but in unison, they bring about so much healing to the world. And so this was literally attacked to stop major breakthroughs through the masculine and the feminine. And now you're both going through an individuation process, is what I'm picking up. Heavy individuation process. Like you both are, wow. You both are in a space now where you're able to see more clearly. You're no longer under the illusion. Oh my gosh, even as I say that, we have the four of wands, and like literally they're in between the 11 portal. So this is representing that you're both going to come back together. There's going to be reconciliation. You're going to have a happy family, and there's people outside of this connection which are really watching, because they're defeated. They thought that they could cause or contribute to the chaos between the masculine and the feminine in an effort to stop both of you individually and then collectively. But what's happening is that it's working out for your greater good. Oh my gosh. You can't make these things up. We got the Two of Cups. Can't, I mean, oh my gosh. Nothing can come between us. I think that's Sade's song. Nothing can come in between you all. Wow. So after all they've done, many of these people are taking major losses. All the pain, all the hurt that they did to try to. I mean, I'm picking up that these people were harassing you, right? Yeah, like it could have been like, it could have been like, I'm definitely picking up like flying monkey type situation where these people kind of drive by where you live or where the masculine live. Like they wanted to cause a lot of chaos. Oh my goodness. It is backfired because now they're experiencing a lot of losses. And you best believe this masculine is coming correct. This masculine is motivated by you, divine feminine, to get into his King of Cups energy. Mature, compassionate, wise, family oriented. So it's just a matter of time. Y'all, you can't, I mean, all these cards are coming out. The Lover's card here. So whereas these people thought that they were going to bring a lot of chaos within the connection, the only thing they did was strengthen it because we also have the High Priestess coming out here. Divine Feminine, you are the star of the story. You could be presenting as very mysterious. The masculine is seeing you win because even after that, prepare for some major blessings to happen because we have the Three of Cups. You have a lot of amazing things happening for you because you pulled all your energy back and begin to focus more so on yourself. Even in your energy of having up boundaries, you're succeeding. And the masculine is doing what's necessary for him to get into this King of Cups energy because they definitely feel like with the Six of Cups here, they feel like this is a union that, I mean, you may have had like childhood roots or something, but they definitely see you as someone that they can connect with on that level, like a forever young type of bond.